let's look at the difference between paying for, say, adverts and using a tool like LinkedIn to find your exact ideal clients. Now, there's pros and cons, of course. Like if you pay for ads, it's very expensive. Yes, you can target it, you can do lookalike audiences and everything else, which is great when you're established and you have like a good audience of existing clients and you can find a lookalike audience of more like them. But what I want to talk to you today about is if you know your exact target client, well, and they're B2B for the most part, what you've got the opportunity to do is to go to LinkedIn and actually look up these people, their name, their role, their company. So in my experience, if you are a business owner and you are very clear on who your ideal client is in terms of a professional role, then LinkedIn is going to be far and away the best place to find those people. All right, so it is a really, really good research tool. You can find, say, for example, you're looking for HR consultants, heads of HR, heads of people and culture in Sydney-based companies with a company headcount of 300 or 500 or whatever, and that's your sweet spot. Well, you know what? With LinkedIn, with Sales Navigator, you can find these people. And that is just incredible. LinkedIn is, of course, free. You can normally get a 1 or 2 month trial of Sales Navigator to do your research, after which you pay like a whopping $99. And when you compare that to the olden days, remember back when people would sell you lists of names in a spreadsheet, you get their name and their email address, sometimes their phone number. These would go for like tens of thousands of dollars. And when people did buy them, they were usually out of date, they'd bounce, they wouldn't even be accurate anymore because people change jobs all the time. So if you buy a list of like 1,000 names, chances are it could be 6 months old by the time, when they're selling it to you. And some of those people have left their job, so their email address is no longer valid. You don't have that issue with LinkedIn because when people change jobs, they update their profile and you can still contact them. So that is just such a powerful thing that we've got at our fingertips these days, which we kind of take for granted and don't make the most of. And so what I take my clients through is the exercise where we get a list of ideal future clients. I call it a Dream 1000. And we take those names and we put them in a spreadsheet. So we have got a list of all the people, generally speaking about 1,000, give or take, because that's a manageable number to get through in the first batch. We've got a list of these people who we can then introduce ourselves to, connect with on LinkedIn, develop or initiate and develop a relationship with, knowing that over the next 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, the more we develop these relationships, the more commercial outcomes will come from it. So sometimes you get some quick wins, but generally this is more of a medium to long-term play because, of course, they have to get to know, like, and trust you first. That said, with the right message, with the right shake the tree message, if people are in the market for your business or in the market for your services, you can actually pick up business quite quickly with the right message if they are in the market for your services and you convey the credibility and authority for them to trust you. All right, so I find that a lot better approach than, say, paying for adverts. Yes, that works for some people in a B2B environment. If you're comparing the two, that's the path that I would be going, and that's the reason why. Hope that helps. And if this appeals, if this approach is useful, I've got another video which I'll link to in the end slide and also in the description below so that you can continue this journey and discover how you can be building your marketing engine for your own business too. Cheers.